In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Ben Kenobi from the Obi-Wan Kenobi 3-pack. Hi there, Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bosk's Bounty video. And as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Ben Kenobi Tibidon Station version from the Obi-Wan Kenobi 3-pack. So this figure came with Tika the Jawa and also the Purge Trooper, which both of those reviews are already on the channel, including the main sort of review of the whole set, as it were. The set is still available for order on Amazon, both US and UK. So if you did want to order one, the links are in the description below. And I would imagine that the shipping date that they currently state on there of May 2023 is completely inaccurate, because at the end of the day, these are starting to show up. I managed to import the set, so it's going to be around pretty soon. I would imagine they're going to start shipping it out pretty soon. So if you did want to order it, the links are in the description below. But let's take a look at the card back. Let's take Bosk out the way. So we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi card back there on the thicker cardstock, and also it is unpunched, which is pretty cool. Always like to see nice unpunched cards. And there's the image of Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Ben Kenobi as he is there. Tibidon Station, or Tibidon Station. So this is where they're basically, cutting up the sand whale or whatever it is. He's working on that sort of production line and what have you, cutting the pieces of whale. The image on the card back, I think that is some kind of rock formation behind him. But, Ewan McGregor there, Ben Kenobi is really superimposed on that background. You can really tell. But it's not a bad card back. There he is. And obviously the figure in the bubble really does look like, what he's wearing there. They've got that pretty accurate. And there's the accessories in the bubble that you get there. You get a blaster, a lit lightsaber, a lightsaber hilt, and his backpack, which I'm interested to see, because you don't get that with the normal Obi-Wan Kenobi that we've already got in the line. This one is VC 257, Vintage Collection logo there, and there's some of the other figures that we're going to be getting soon. This wave is going to be the next wave, and there's the 3 from the pack. So there you go, nothing else really on the back. So all there is to do now is to open the figure and check him out. All right then, so here he is out of the packaging, and you've probably noticed already that he is pretty much just a repaint of the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we've got from his outfit that he wears later on in the series, like the Jedi version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is Ben Kenobi, so this is when he's a down and out, bit of a hobo. And, the head sculpt is exactly the same. We will be comparing the two figures in a minute so you can take a look at them. But essentially, it's exactly the same figure. The only thing that you're really getting of any difference is the poncho, which I actually think is pretty cool, and the backpack or satchel, whatever you want to call that. So interesting, you do get the unlit lightsaber and the lit lightsaber, which I'm not 100% sure he had at the time of wearing this outfit in the show. I'll have to watch it again. I think he may have changed into his like tan and brown tunic by the time he dug up the lightsaber. I think that's what happened anyway. As I said, it's been a while since I've watched it, but still, it's always good to get extra accessories. So we've got the lit lightsaber and the unlit lightsaber. He also has the blaster, which I've currently got in his holster. So if I just turn the figure around for you, then you'll be able to see the poncho there, which I think, as I said, is pretty good. Some like tassels on it and everything over his shoulders. So some nice soft goods there. And we will attempt to put the satchel onto the figure as well. There are no clips or anything on the straps for the satchel. It literally is one piece that you're going to have to like sort of feed his arms through. So we'll do that in a second. But I just wanted to give you a sort of close-up look of that figure. But we're going to take an even closer up look now at the facial sculpt and the details of the figure before we compare him against the other version that we have. All right then, so there you go. You get a good look at the head sculpt and the paint apps of the face there. And as I said before with the previous version, I think he looks a little bit like Chuck Norris. But from the side there, he looks more like Ewan McGregor. So once again, with these heads, they're not always perfect. Some of them are really, really good. Others, they capture the likeness at different angles. And I would say, at that angle there, they've kind of got it spot on. But front on, I don't know, for some reason, it just doesn't seem to work. As we move down, there's the poncho. And just to confirm, the split on the chest is there, which is a bit strange, really, because they didn't do that for the Black Series version of these figures. both the Obi-Wan Kenobis that you can get in the Black Series that are similar paint schemes to this one and the sort of Jedi version. They don't have that sort of upper torso split, which is a bit weird. Why would you need it for a 3 3/4 inch figure? It doesn't really add much to the sort of posability of the figure, I find. I think he would have been fine with just the waist split personally. But the good thing with this one is that it's covered by the poncho, so you don't have to see it. He's got his little black gloves on there that are painted on, and obviously some nice sculpting going on his legs and around his ankles there, and his boots. He has all the articulation that a modern Vintage Collection figure has. He has the new style hips with the barbells there. He has ball jointed shoulders and elbows, hinges at the wrist. He has the ball jointed head. The waist moves, so you've got a bit of everything with this figure. Plenty of articulation. Alright then, so I'm just going to bring in the first version, the Jedi version of Obi-Wan Kenobi that we have, so just so we can see them side by side. So there you go, there they are side by side, and you can pretty much see that they are pretty much identical, apart from the fact that one's got a robe and the other one's got a poncho, and he's painted a different colour. Left on the blue, and on the right he's got that like tan sort of coloured vest, hasn't he, or shirt, whatever you want to call it. Same hairstyle, same facial sculpt, same everything basically. So it's a really easy one for them to do. But you know, when we saw the show for the very first time, this is the version that I really wanted them to do, so I am glad that they've done it. As I say, the accessories that come with him don't necessarily fit for that period of time in the show, but I don't care, because essentially it's always good to get extra accessories. Alright then, so in terms of the backpack or satchel, let's just try and put it around one arm first of all, so you can sort of have it hanging on his shoulder like he does on the card art there. So you could have it like that, which is pretty cool. But I think to get it on fully, it's going to be quite difficult with the poncho, but I'm going to give it a go, and I'll pause the video and come back to you to see what I've managed to do. Alright then, so there you go. I've managed to put the backpack on both shoulders. You just have to bend his arm back a little bit just to get it through there. And that's what it looks like if you were to have it over the poncho. I'm sure you could probably take the poncho off and have him wearing it without, and maybe the poncho would drape over the top. But I think that's pretty good the way that's done that. You can pull these bits down where it's sort of grouping up a little bit from where the straps are pulling on it there. But I think that looks pretty cool. So nice little accessory there to have with the Ben Kenobi. Alright then, so that is the end of the video. That's the review of the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Ben Kenobi from the Tibidon Station from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, part of that Obi-Wan 3-pack. I like this figure. I do like this paint scheme. I'm happy to have it in the collection, most definitely. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like down below if you have enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.